Okay, so when you were a character, sometimes you would do events or parties or something like that. And I don't know if I've ever talked about doing DCEs. I think I might have. But anyway, I'll reiterate, DCE is a Disney character event. Now, a Disney character event meant that you got to do certain things. So, yeah, I think I talked about when I had to do a media shoot as Mickey. But you also got to do other things like you would get to do like weddings. And I remember doing like this wedding for like this really cute Japanese couple. They didn't speak a word of English. And they gave you like presents, like a little bride Minnie and a little bride Mickey. It was very cute. And then like the ones who like were really, really high coded got to do like movie premieres and ride openings and stuff like that. I never got to do that. But yeah, if you got to do DCE, you got to do a Disney character event. So it was always like something special. The other special thing that people got to do, which I never got to do and I always wanted to, was doing the Give Kids the World or the Make-A-Wish Foundation. They would actually write out to those areas. Make-A-Wish, I think, is like right down the road from Disney. And you would get a special shift and you would get to go. And sometimes people said it was very hard because you'd be around with a lot of children who were very sick. But also like they would feel very fulfilled that day. And I just wanted to experience it. I never got to experience it. The other things that you got to do that were like special was, or just like out of the norm, were things called extra magic hours. So extra magic hours meant like the park either opened early or the park closed late. And I remember one time I did an extra magic hours and it was like, till like 2 a.m, whatever. And I don't know what we were not talking about. Obviously I was animating with a family and they asked me like, I guess like who my favorite character is. And I somehow, as Mickey Mouse, animated Jack Sparrow, and they got it and they were crying laughing because like it was like drunk Mickey. I don't it was a thing. The other like special thing you could do was you could be opener, like the opening Mickey. And in the opening Mickey, before they had articulated Mickey doing it, you could be the Mickey on the train, not the bus, the train, when Magic Kingdom opens. Opening ceremonies or the opening events. I can't remember. Was it called opening ceremony, opening event? I remember, but you could be the Mickey that's on the train or the Pinocchio that's in the train, and you could open the park, or the Mickey that's on the little like bus in Animal Kingdom. That one was cool because you could ride the train and you didn't have to do anything. You just laid there. I remember being Pinocchio and having to lay down because like a monorail came by and they could like see us or something, and I had to like lay down and be like, no. Because if they see you, you have to be like completely awake and waving, and I was really tired, so I just laid down. But I didn't want a kid to think like Pinocchio was dead. And then the like coolest special thing you ever got to do, I mean, I do think the DCs were probably the coolest, but the one that was more common that you would get to do would be the parties. Well, then there's the dreaded parties that nobody liked doing. So there was Grad Bash, Grad Finch, am I getting the parks confused now? Grad Night. Grad Bash, Grad Night. Which one is it? I don't know. Either way, it was for the high schoolers, and it was awful, and nobody liked working it. The other one that nobody liked working it was, oh my god, I'm getting them confused again because Universal's is the exact same thing. So there's like Night of Joy. I have to look it up. Yeah, Night of Joy. Nobody liked doing Night of Joy. Especially as a character. Any event that involves a lot of teenagers, it doesn't matter if they are God-fearing Christians or teenagers for Brazil or teenagers graduating high school, you put a bunch of teenagers together and all hell breaks loose. It doesn't matter. And none of the characters or the employees want to work it because the kids are insane and you cannot control them and they're just awful. So yeah, nobody liked doing those. The ones that people didn't quite mind doing were Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and then Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And so with Mickey's Not So Scary, you'd have like a shift that would start like, I don't know, 5 p.m, and you go in and you get your costume, and it was such a cute little overlay for some of the costumes. I'm sorry, the Piglet Butterfly will go down in history as the cutest thing ever made. But I got to do Mickey a lot in the Halloween party. I think I got to do Princess Minnie once. And that dress was heavy AF. I never got to do Minnie as a witch. I still feel very deprived. Didn't get to do anybody else. I never got to do Donald in any cute little costume or anything. For Halloween anyway. But I did get to do Mickey on that. And I got to do Mickey as a freaking pirate. Now, Pirate Mickey, his hat. That stupid hat. It's like 15 pounds, and it's stupid, and I hate it. And if I ever saw it walking down the street, I'd first think I was hallucinating, and then I would bitch slap it. It was awful. I hated it. But the Halloween parties were fun, because, like, you get to see, because it's the only time where adults are allowed to, like, come into the party, or come into the park, actually dressed up in costumes. So you just see all these, like, really cute little costumes of, like, families, and they're just, like, oh my god, theming! Like, Mom is Cruella de Vil, and then the dad is, like, Jasper, and then the kids are all, like, the puppies. It was just really cute. And then there was a couple who's, like, expecting their first babies, and he was, like, Anakin, and she was pregnant Padme. Like, I was like, it's cute. So those were the fun ones. I don't think I ever really was, like, outside for the Halloween parties, which I always heard was insane, because they're far more popular than the Christmas parties, because of the fact that you get to wear the costumes. Obviously, it didn't happen this year, which is so sad. But as a guest, I've gone to the Halloween party and the Christmas party, and I can tell you, it is packed with people, and just wall-to-wall people. So I can imagine working outside as a character for Halloween is insane. Now, I did get to be outside for Christmas party. Now, the Christmas parties are popular, but they're not, like, to that level of Halloween. And there was one time where I was, for probably a week or two, just straight Donald. And it was Donald as a lumberjack. He's just cutting wood, cutting Christmas trees. And I was him consistently every day out there, outside. And my spot was the worst spot in history. It was right in front of the mine train. Now, it wouldn't have been that big deal, except the mine train hadn't been built yet. They were still building New Fantasyland. So there was this big construction wall. This is like powdered iron pixie dust. And it's got like a painting or something of like the dwarves. And it's awful. It's an awful backdrop. It is just so like cheap looking. And I was so mad that was my backdrop, because I wanted people to take pictures, you know. It helps pass the time, but also that's my job, is to get people to take pictures with me. And people just didn't want to take pictures with Donald in front of a freaking construction wall. So, because I had memorized all of the what was it, wishes, okay, they always had like it was like hollow wishes for Halloween, and then wishes, did it have like a merry wishes? Probably did. Anyway, so wishes is the fireworks display that they did up until a couple of years ago, and then it became like happily ever after or whatever, but wishes. So wishes would happen, and when wishes would happen, they would do like a 180, and there would be fireworks like from one side of the park to the other, and it would be really, really cool. I did Donald so much, and I was outside so much, I memorized the music and the fireworks. So what I would do is I told the PhotoPass guy to just like follow my hand, and I would point up, and when I'd point, the firework would actually go off right above my hand, and me and the little kid would look up, and that was the picture he would take. And I was like, you're welcome. I just made both of our jobs so much easier. And then people would buy the picture because it's freaking adorable. How many times are you going to have Donald and your kid like both holding hands, looking up at a firework, and it going off perfectly where I'm pointing? Like, I know, I'm amazing. So I would do that, and that would make it like the day go by faster too, because usually during the fireworks, a lot of the times people don't come to the characters outside because they are, you know, watching the fireworks. So yeah, I took advantage of the situation, you know what I mean? And Donald looks really cute in the little lumberjack outfit, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, those are like some of the events and special events and different parties. I forgot. Oh my gosh. You could also do DCEs, and you would do, so there's a lot of groups that come from Brazil to Disney World, and they would bring all the kids to celebrate their quinces all at the same time. Now, if you don't know what a quince is, it's like Sweet 16, but it's for 15, and a lot of these kids have a lot of money, and so they'd be these huge crazy parties where they're all like, you know, dancing and crazy, and you would be able to do those parties. And I remember I was in a gold dress. It was like Hollywood Mini or something redonkulous like that, and I am a little too big in the chest, and I literally had to lay down on the ground, and somebody had to kind of like put their knee on my back to zip me into this freaking dress because it's so tight. I could barely breathe. I thought I was gonna faint, But you know what? Minnie looked good, so that's all that mattered. And me and Mickey both danced to LMFAO with a bunch of kids from Brazil. That was a memory. Thank you very much. Anyway, yeah, this was just a little Christmas memories I had. Or party memories, I guess, I had from when I was a Disney character. Yeah.